My name's the Mighty Beard, and we are back here on the TimeCraft server emanating from the Agriculture District. And yeah, we're going to start today a little differently. Today, we're going to go mining. Right, and it was mostly successful, I guess. A mostly successful mining session. Our first time down in a strip mine here in season 2, and we went down for about an hour. I'll say we weren't really mining for most of that, only because that zombie spawner, we caught it early on, and that was a huge distraction. But the good news is, we didn't die. We're still at 0 deaths, which is super nice. Super nice. We're one of, I think, 3 that are left without a death. We did also get a nice helmet, which is about to die. But, it's protecting us a little bit. It'll die after the next hit for sure. Let's go ahead and see what we picked up. Again, we're loaded for days and coal, which is good. We got a starter set of redstone, which is nice. A little bit of gold. It would have been nice to get a bit more gold from that, but it is what it is. Diamonds, we've got at least 3 diamonds here. Who knows? Who knows what is going to happen there? We're doing pretty good with iron. 1 piece of lapis lazuli ore, which is not great. And yeah, our main objective going down there was to get cobble and stone. We didn't really get any of it, but we did get a golden apple. We got 2 records. We got a bunch of string. We got some gems. We got an extra bucket. Can't go wrong with an extra bucket. And we got some more horse armor, which means we can go and try and get another horse at some point. But enough of the distractions. We need to go out into the fields and finish the job that we started last time. Let's go ahead and plant a ton of wheat. All right, and our fields of wheat have been planted. Man, it was a grind, but I'm really digging how it turned out. But before we take a look at it, we've got a bit of a road here. Chloe's been working on the main road, just kind of playing with some ideas. But this is the main road for agriculture. It's going to go all the way from the market to the other side of the agriculture zone, I guess, in District 1, which would be pretty cool. What it did, though, is it boxed us in. It gave us our limitations, which we really needed. We really needed that because it was hard for us to tell where we should be able to, build for this farm. So we kind of went wild. When we first started. We went like 30, 40 blocks from the side of the house. And man, this side took forever. Since this was put up, and since a few other things have gone up, I don't want to spoil too much, but we've got a little bit of a new build coming up over here. So yeah, we've got some boundaries. So, but yeah, let's just get the overall look here. The overall look and feel. I'm really digging how this looks, and we use the natural landscaping. We didn't terraform at all. We just kind of played with what was there. So, yeah, we did do a little bit of division. So we've got little dividers that were right now. We've got some path and grass blocks. We're gonna sprinkle in some coarse dirt to make it look a bit worn. Once we change elevations, we've got these slabs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just digging how this turned out because it just adds a nice little effect here. It also adds a bit of a visual barrier, especially once you get on this backside. So you start kind of, you lose sight of everything that's over here. It's almost as if we're looking through a cornfield type thing, which I'm really digging this. I enjoy using the natural generation of the land. I think this turned out pretty well. Oop, fell into a hole there. I think this is turning out pretty well. It took forever. But that's okay. Now, one thing that we were considering here is that I was considering putting fencing in between each of the divisions, but I didn't like the feel, and we are going to be harvesting this quite a bit once we go ahead and set up our shop. So having dividers like that was just going to make life, hectic. So instead, we're going to do some walls on the outside, which is definitely needed because we've got some kids, Dragon and others, who just kind of run through, run through our yard. So we're going to put up a bit of a wall. I haven't quite decided what I want to make it out of yet. The original idea was oak fences, which we have a lot of. So we could still do that. I think that would fit. Though we might want something... I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a little bit different. Maybe some cobble walls and a bit more of a stone structure to it. I think would be nice. Oh, also, in here we did add a little bit of lighting. So there's some hidden lighting down here. It's just a jack-o'-lantern underneath the water. We've got a trapdoor over top of that. But that lights this entire area, which is pretty nice. But yeah, again, overall, I'm really digging it. I want to hear what you have to say. Do you like it? Do you think this turned out nice? But that's not the end for today. We have one more big project that we have to work on. Maybe not big project, but something I do want to finish today, and that is setting up the cow barn. It's basically going to be a one-sided barn, like one of those half A-frame shack type things. It's just to get them out of the rain so they can go in there and sleep. We'll have some hay on the ground for them. We might do the same thing on the other side with the sheep, but I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided mainly because, as you might notice, we now have colored sheep. So we've got pretty much every single color except for magenta, purple, and cyan. I think those are the only colors that we're missing. So I do want to get started on the automatic wool farm, but that's going to be a project for next time, I think. But because of that, and because we did give ourselves a bit more room like around this region for another building. We might end up moving that over here and just having this for our you know, our outdoor sheep, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get to work. Let's get started on this guy right here. All right, so when we were putting this together originally, I think what we wanted to do was do like a standard A-frame, you know, from one side to the other, keep it open. Or, you know, like, you know, that curved barn roof. But I think it's just a bit too much for what we want to do. So what I'm thinking instead is to do the A-frame, but, you know, off to the side. So it's lower on the back end. It's higher in the front. That way, you know, the rain will hit the roof and then roll off the back instead of in the field. So I think I kind of want to do that instead. And then that'll give us some, you know, small areas for us to play with as far as, you know, if we want to do some wheat, maybe put some cauldrons in here once we get enough. I don't know, once we get enough iron, of course. But this is the idea I'm playing with right now. So I think I'm going to extend this, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the walls. Obviously, we gotta tear the back down, but then that'll kind of break up the big walls that we've got here, so we can kind of see across a bit easier. But let me go ahead and play with some thoughts, and I'll come back when I've got a working concept. All right, so we made some changes, and man, there's a huge difference from this blocky type feel to this. Wide open, we've got some hay set up in the back. We've got a little sprinkling of hay on the ground. We might change that up a little bit, but yeah, now it's wide open. This feels a little bit more airy. We don't have this huge complex kind of blocking our view. Did shorten it up a little bit. So I think originally we were out to this front block for it, and then it came all the way to, yeah, I think right about here. So yeah, so we did shorten it up a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think this is a good look. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that's enough. That's enough work today. We're retired. We shouldn't be working so dang hard. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a break, and yeah, we will play Minecraft together again very soon. Later.